Smithy, first win of 2020 in the league. A bit of a frustrating one today?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Two halves, really. First half, we played well, made a lot of sloppy passes, but we were working hard for each other. We looked solid, I think, as a team, and we tried something new today just to give it a bit of a test, and I think it worked, and the players were working really hard. At half-time, it was just... The message to the players was just be less sloppy in possession, and I think the pitch today hasn't been great for them, but that's no excuse because both teams have to play on there. And second half, I think we played really, really well. I think Loz Clark today was outstanding, player of the game, 100%. She was box to box. She was dictating the pace of the play in the middle. Touch was fantastic, and she was supporting other people around her. And I think that sort of spread out second half, and then Phil came on and worked with her, and the last 25 minutes were really, really positive, more positive than I think the rest of the game. But again, I've said it before, we're doing stuff now that we weren't doing last week, and we're doing stuff last week that we weren't doing the week before, and we are progressing and getting better. So we've won the game, we've got the 3 points, which is the most important thing, and we've picked up no injuries, and we've given people minutes that needed minutes today, and we've rotated players. So all in all, it's really positive.
The goals all came in the first half. A couple of good goals. Erin scoring with her head, something that we haven't quite seen so far this season. And then Jane nipping in to slot into an empty net. So a couple of good, different goals to what we've been used to.
Yeah, and the goals are coming from all over the pitch. It's just... so Erin with a great header, she's worked really hard. Second half, I think she was much better. First half, I think she tried a bit too hard because she's the best striker at the club, where we know that she's going to get hammered by other teams. We know other teams are going to mark her, and she's got to realise that. And I think she did today. And she's then scored a great goal with her head. Support play second half was really good, really positive, and that's exactly what we want from her. And then Jane's Jane, and she's worked really hard. And Gilly. Fantastic bit of play on the far side, and then it's rolled to Jane, and Jane's finished it from long range. So really pleased with both goals. Hit the bar a couple of times second half, I've had some off the line. Goldie's made some good saves. It's a bit frustrating in front of goal, but the 2 goals are positive, and all in all, I'm really pleased. We want more goals. We obviously want more goals, and we want a clean sheet, because I think the goal we conceded was sloppy, and there was mistakes in there that can be cut out. But again, we weren't opened up today. We don't really seem to concede a very good goal. We just make our own mistakes. So it's a shame to see that sneak back in this week after last week. But 3 points and on to the next game now, which is going to be tough next week.
There seems to be some confidence growing in certain individuals that perhaps earlier in the season they might have been lacking. Kaylee Tonk seems to be a completely different player to who we saw back in the summer. Lucy Mears, she's only relatively new, but she, with each game, again, is growing, and they all seem to be starting to gel. Do you think that will bode well with the remainder of the season?
Yeah, I mean, how good was Lucy again today? She's played right back and centre back today. She was brilliant. And she's been fantastic since she's come to the club. She's a great girl to have around. She's good with the other girls. She's got a lot of experience from where she was before. And I don't think, why shouldn't anyone be confident? And I don't just mean, the results we get. I think how we play football, I think that how we train in, we have high expectations of the players, and they deliver them. You've got great coaching here with Lee and Adi and Craig, not so much with myself. And then, they should be confident, they should be. And I think it's nice to see that confidence flowing out of players that might think, well, am I good enough for this level? And we're showing that actually, yes, we are. And what I love is we have a squad. There's players on the bench today that have started the last couple of games for us. So it's nice to be able to rotate. Charlie's back from holiday now, so we'll be getting her minutes as well. Yeah, so confidence, it shouldn't be questioned, because they are playing well, and they are working hard at training, and they're picking up stuff that we're asking for them. Especially with Palace coming up in a few weeks, we're really pushing the players at training. And they're delivering. And you saw today some of the stuff that we're doing at training is coming out, and it's really, really pleasing.
And going forwards into the next few games, because to say the next month is, going to be a tough game. There's a tough game at home next week against Larkhall, then it's Crystal Palace, and then as well into February you've got the trip to Swindon and the home visit of the league leaders at the moment, Southampton. What are you expecting from these players to be able to fight for those places, because not everyone can play?
No, they can't obviously, but they should want to play, and they should want to fight. And sometimes you rotate to put a rocket up someone. Sometimes you rotate because we have a small squad and we want people to play minutes. So when Southampton comes along, and what annoyed me was when we played them before, we had 5 people strapped up before the game because they picked up injuries the week before. And this is the risk you take having a small squad. So we take each game as it comes. We got Palace in 2 weeks. That's obviously the biggest game we're looking forward to. But before they got Larkhall are good. They haven't played for 8 weeks, so they're going to be desperate to come here and put performance in. We've cancelled twice on them because of the pitch. So we need to make sure this pitch is ready, or we find another one. So we will be playing next week. So we just need to go into Larkhall, win the game, get some confidence, play well, and then go into Palace. So I don't really care about the February stuff at the minute. I'd like the squad to stay together. It was a bit frustrating today where we were missing so many chances and the ball was flying off everywhere, and some of the players were getting upset at themselves, not at each other. They were getting upset at themselves, and they need to stop that. It's our job to coach them and tell them, don't worry about it. Don't start getting your head down and getting in your head. Just keep plodding along and keep doing what you've been asked to do, and it'll all come about. And I think today, really, the girls need to look at themselves and say, we actually played well, we dominated the game. And there's other teams that have come here, and all credit to Brislington. They worked really hard. Their press was good. Paige, the player up front, was outstanding. Their goalkeepers made some great saves, and when we switched the ball, they bust their backside to get on the other side of the pitch, and that's fantastic to see. And we won 2-1 because Brislington were good, not because we were really bad. They came here and they wanted to give us a game, and they really did. So it should be positive for us, and I think we're going to go into Larkhall with good mentality, because I think today, especially that last 25 minutes, we were really good on the ball, and off the ball, at the back, solid again.